Hello there everybody, a very good afternoon to you all and welcome back to another Taurex live stream here on our YouTube channel and also in our Discord channel as well. It's very good to see you all and welcome to US Inflation Day, one of my most highly anticipated events of the calendar month, especially in the current environment that we're in, where we've sort of had this switch towards a lot of people being more concerned about inflation than they were before. So this is a big print for the Federal Reserve. This is a big moment in the markets. Will we get the CPI? Will it show a little bit of resilience, or will we be seeing inflation sort of starting to fall again? The data would suggest that the inflation is going to remain fairly strong. That's the data that we've seen over the last couple of months or so. So I'm interested to see what figure we do get coming out today, and in today's stream we will break down what we're expecting from the figure, what I'm expecting, and how we can turn that into market opportunities as well. I have been working really hard in the background to sort out my trading journal, and it's actually ready to go. So I want to share that with you because it will become a big part of my daily live sessions, so people can sort of track the or I can track. It's for me really, but I wanted to share it with you as well because being accountable for your trades is the thing in 2025 that I'm making the biggest change. I have always journaled my trades, but probably not to the consistency that I've promised myself I will this year. So yeah, that will also help with the analysis that I put out either in the Discord channel or on the daily live streams, because if I do place one of the trades, I will be fully transparent with that. Okay. Bobby, hello to you. Good to see you. Bobby, to answer your question, and I will reply to you in Discord as well, we are very close, I believe, to... Hello to you on the YouTube channel as well. You sound like a... Oh, that's your username, right? That was you commenting. Good to see you. Hello. Thanks for joining. I've just asked a question for you, Bobby, about the January... a competition, because it's going to be starting it's not going to be starting very soon. I believe you can register very soon, so let me get back to you on that. I'm sure I'll have an answer for you today on that. But it started our new demo trading competition will be starting pretty soon. So if you are looking to win your share of $2,000, if you go onto the Discord channel, we have a particular channel on that as well. I'd recommend obviously that you you get stuck into that. I believe it's here under trading competitions, and you can go to TaurexLeague.com and you can start to see and register for those competitions as well. So I do recommend that you do that, of course. Right. So inflation. Very, very important, as I said before. So we did have UK inflation today. For those of you who are interested, of those of you that trade the pound, UK inflation came in softer than anticipated. We saw the previous figure. This is the year-on-year figure here. Previously at 2.6%. The forecast was for 2.7%, so actually a tick higher inflation, and we actually saw inflation down at 2.5%. Now, I've kept my eye on this because I was looking at the performance of the pound after that came out, and as you can see, if I drop that down onto the hourly time frame, initially we got the reaction we was expecting in the pound, which was lower broadly. You can see those spikes, but we've just seen really that the pound recover from where it was. Now, there's two things here. You would expect, obviously, a softer inflation print, which is what we're going to look at today. If we get a softer US inflation, any softer inflation prints, you'd expect that to correspond to weaker currencies. But the pound managed to hold up okay despite the fall in inflation, the unexpected fall in inflation, which tells me potentially that the selling power has been exhausted, shall we say. The selling is exhausted. I don't know why I said the selling power. The selling is exhausted. I can't get my words out today for some reason. The selling is exhausted in the pound because you'd have expected that we'd have got a continuation lower, but we've seen actually a little bit of a rally in the pound despite the softer inflation. Anyway, We have got 7 minutes to go till the main event, so sorry if I was waffling a bit there. This is really what I'm focused on. This is the big one. We've got the US inflation. So the current prediction is for 2.9%, previously at 2.7%. So you can see how the analysts and the projections are gearing towards a higher inflation print. What does that mean for the markets? That means stronger dollar, probably means a lower stock market, and also probably means lower gold as well if we do get that stronger inflation. The core CPI, which is here, it basically strips out the volatile food and energy. So you get sort of your core inflation figure. That's actually expected to fall month on month down to 0.2% from 0.3%. So a little bit of some mixed signals we're getting here. And you can see that the markets, or like for example the dollar, if I look at the dollar quickly, you can see that the action here is relatively muted, right? There's not too much going on. It's sort of grinding lower. So, close this down. Move that out. What I'm looking for, really, if we get a figure which is, fairly strong, then you're probably likely to see the dollar finish up on the day. You probably have to go down onto a lower time frame. And you can maybe try and buy a little bit of the dip and maybe buy into, let's have a look, USD pairs. How long we got? 5 minutes, got time. US dollar. Probably look at maybe buying USD CAD. We had a nice reaction from this fair value gap here. You can see that. So maybe a continuation high in dollar CAD today, if we got stronger. But if we got a weaker inflation print, and when I say a weaker inflation print, I mean something that looks maybe like 2.6% or lower, okay? Then we're probably going to see a continuation of the dollar sort of retracement. But I think I'd rather trade gold upside, because this is looking prime for a breakout, and I think it would take sort of a weaker inflation print today to see this gold market finally break above this consolidation pattern that I've got marked. So if I go even lower onto the sort of lower time frames here, I'm looking for sort of an FVG around this area. I'm really trying to get involved in a bit of a dollar buy, a bit of a gold buy here. Okay, there's a nice FVG. So maybe something that looks like this. Or just generally a retest of this area looks really cool for a move higher. So I'm actually going to mark a trade here. I'm looking for a sensible place. Probably there, 2680. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that's a nice risk-reward ratio. Look at that. Targeting 2790, 10 to 1. So I'd probably do a 4-hour trade. So my rule would tell me to use 2% here. So I'd probably look for something like that on gold today. So let's see if we get that. We've got 3 minutes to go. I have still got my buy limit set for the S&P 500. I think it goes without saying that we may get a move higher here if we get a softer inflation print. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a move up to around 5,790. But if inflation is stronger, then we could get a move down towards my bullish order block where I've got that buy limit set. So we'll see how we go with that. Generally speaking though, guys, if we do get weaker inflation today, then we should expect risk assets to rally. But if we get stronger inflation, we should expect risk assets to fall a little bit. Now, I just want to update you Actually, no, we'll wait till after because I want to update you on my oil trade, but I'll update you after. Well, when this actual figure comes out. Because how long have we got? We've got a couple of minutes. 2 minutes. Oh no, 1 minute 40. I've just got it up on my phone so I can actually get the figure as it comes out. What we'll do is we'll jump onto the 1 minute on the gold chart, and I'll tidy the chart up a little bit so you can actually see what's going on. And we'll see how we go. But I'm probably not, because I'm a bit tight for time, and I'd never like to place a trade just before the news comes out. So I'm just going to leave it for now, but I'm going to see how we get on. So we have got 1 minute to go until that release comes out. So good luck to those who are trading US CPI today. If anyone does have any questions on that, please feel free to drop that in the chat room pretty soon so I can cover it for you. But good luck. If you want my prediction for today, I think we're going to see inflation at 2.8% year on year. That's the figure that I think. And I think that there'll be a little bit of whips. There'll be quite a lot of whips or action in the markets where they sort of try and digest. Is that strong inflation? Is that weaker? I mean, it's stronger than before, but it's below the forecast. We sort of get that mixed bag figure, which is not a good environment to trade, by the way. But here we go. Eight seconds to go. Gold's going higher. Gold is moving higher. Still waiting for the figure. If anyone's got the figure, let me know. 2.9. Ooh, 2.9%, but the core CPI has fallen to 0.2%. The CPI month on month, I guess, is going to be 0.4% as well. .4% on the CPI month-on-month figure as well. As you can see, the reaction here is dovish. You can see that reaction in the stock market. What's the dollar doing? The dollar's selling off. That's good. Because I want to see the dollar down at this 61.8. I want to see how it reacts around here. Because I think this could be a good area for some more dollar upside. We have had the core CPI lower. That's why we're getting this reaction. The actual year-on-year figure was 2.9%, which is fairly strong, actually. It's 0.2% higher than before. However, that 0.2% lower on the core CPI is the reason that we're getting this reaction at the moment, which is a dovish one, right? We're getting higher stocks. We're getting higher gold as well. That is good for me because I want to see this trade. This is the trade that I'm going to be placing. So we've got 2,680 for me and I'm going to put this in the trading room as well. Here we go. Right, it is all action. We can see that is a fair value gap. So I'm going to just mark that here. FVG plus break or retest of trend line. Don't really like the fact we haven't got a liquidity grab. I do like to normally trade liquidity grabs. However, it's okay. I'll pop that in our Discord channel for you. If you are watching this and you're not in the Discord channel, then I recommend that you join it, of course, for sort of daily access to me rather than just sort of the 20-30 minute live streams. From today's stream. I do like to try and put like one trade idea a day in the from the streams in there. And it is important, obviously, that you watch the streams, or at least watch them back, because then you can actually get an idea of like the detail behind the analysis rather than just see the print screen, which can be confusing. But I do like this trade, so I'm gonna keep that one open. Now, just to give you an update on my oil buy, I've been caught being a little bit greedy, I think, because as you can see, if I zoom in here, and I'm sorry if it's it's a little bit confusing. We've got that liquidity there, you can see that, and we had this fair value gap, which is where I was looking to buy from, as I said yesterday. And you can see this spike. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. There, we spiked into that liquidity, and then we've reacted. We actually then mitigated that fair value gap and then reacted. So, as per my rules, when you trade a fair value gap, if like you try and trade the 50% of it, if it does test the fair value gap and then move higher, if you're not already in that trade, I sort of leave it alone. So we have already mitigated that fair value gap, so it's already mitigated. Sorry to keep saying that word. It's already mitigated. Therefore, I'm not going to wait to try and buy it down here. So I'm actually going to delete that that buy limit. But some nice analysis though. I'll probably keep the fib on, but okay, what's been the reaction? Yeah, look at this. So annoying. Look how close we were to actually being tagged in there. This actually looks like what's happening on stocks. If I look at this in general, right, is we're getting this classic AMD, which is accumulation, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. There's the manipulation. Here's the move higher. So I have still got my eyes on maybe trying to get involved here if I can. I'm going to let these markets settle. I think over the next few days we could be shaping up for some nice stock market buys off the back of that. I know inflation, the headline inflation figure was higher, but the core inflation was lower, and that's really, really important. You can see the dollar selling off as well, which is great. Look at the reaction already. Here we are. Let's see how this 4-hour candle closes. We are getting a reaction from that 61.8%. I don't think this is the end for the dollar until that structure shift changes. I'm still bullish. I'm still looking for buy the dip opportunities in the dollar, but moreover, I am looking for some upside here on the rest of on these stock markets. I just need to wait for the markets to digest the data. We're going to have the move. Let the move happen. That's what I always do. Let the move happen, and then study the chart from there. Is there a good support area we can look to buy from? That's the way that I like to do it. And I have got the gold analysis in there as well, because to me, and I might be wrong, I've been gearing up for a breakout higher in gold, and as you can see, we are threatening. I mean, again, look at this. This just looks like classic situation here where we could see that break higher. Okay, right. So to summarize, we do have core inflation falling in the US, but the headline inflation figure has ticked higher, although it was in line with estimates. We can clearly see that the dollar was overbought, because even a stronger inflation print is being sort of regarded as a little bit of a disappointment. I am still looking to get involved in some dollar buys. I'm still bullish on that personally. I'm bullish on gold as well. I like that trade idea, so that's why I've placed it myself. And I do like the look of potentially this may be a good short-term period for the stock market as well, which has been relatively muted to kick off the year. So lots of ideas, lots of things shaping up in my head, and hopefully I managed to break that down for you in a clear and simple way. If anything isn't right or anything is confusing for you, or anything that you want me to cover in any of the streams, even if you're watching on catch-up, feel free to message me on the Discord channel and I'll be more than happy to help. Until then, trade well, trade the session well. It should be a good session. You know, we've got a good lot of data coming out as well, so it should be good. Trade safe and remain patient and wait for the markets to come to you. If it's not quite clear yet, don't get FOMO. Just because the stock market's now surging higher, don't get FOMO. Just relax and just follow your rules and follow your strategy. The markets aren't going anywhere, and there's going to be plenty of opportunities coming up. So let's just wait for the right time. Thank you very much. Take care, trade well, and I'll see you soon.